Hello, Aquarius. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. I love you guys. I hope everyone is being safe. I absolutely love you guys. Excuse me, I haven't been feeling good, but we're going to keep going, okay? Spirit guys, I need a message. I need a message for Aquarius, Spirit. This is for Aquarius. Okay, that's a lot came out. Let's see what... Okay, Spirit, okay. First card came out as failure. Second card came out as happiness, Aquarius. It says, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn from, okay? So I feel as though with this failure card, some of you can feel like a failure at some things that's going on in your life. I feel like with this failure, as you can see this card, it's like you're going through repeated cycles here. It's like you're going through the same thing, but it's lessons to learn from, Aquarius, okay? And sometimes you can be very hard on yourself. You can feel like you have failed, and it's not. It's just mistakes that you need to learn from. It's not failure, it's mistakes, okay? And sometimes I feel like some of you may be getting that confused, okay? Failure with mistakes, all right? Hello, I'm Positive Thoughts and Energy. Welcome to the channel where everyone respects one another, okay? Then you have the happiness is here. It says, I am aware that being happy means I am on the right path, okay? So a lot of you are happy, you're on the right path, but between failure and happiness, I feel like you are sometimes kind of wishy-washy with that. Like sometimes you may feel like you're not succeeding, and sometimes you feel your best. I feel like a lot of you have your highs and you have your lows, you know. I feel like you can, you know, the energy here is that you are really taking the failure as the wrong way when it's only when it's cycles to be learned from, okay? Just because you failed a test doesn't mean you're a failure. It means that it's something that needs to be learned, okay? Even though you failed the test, does that mean that you're a failure? Absolutely not. That means you need to go back and re-strategize and study the lesson in order to learn from the situation at hand. And I don't like that word failure. I really don't. It really aggravates my spirit when I see this card failure, because no one's a failure. We just can be lack of knowledge at times, okay? Of not understanding, and that's what makes mistakes, okay? Because we don't know, we don't understand, and that's why the cycle keep being repeated. So I feel like when you have your highs, you have your highs, you know you're on the right path. I feel like you could be a very happy person, but when you have your lows, you really beat yourself up. And spirit guides, God, whoever your higher source is saying that you're to stop being so mean to yourself, unkind to yourself, bullying yourself, because that really interferes with your happiness of you creating the very thing that you want in life, okay? So let's get another card, one more for Aquarius. Patience, exactly. Be patient with yourself. And this card said, accept that everything happens in divine order. Exactly. So not only being patient with yourself, but be patient and know that how the plan that God has for you, Aquarius, is going to work out in divine timing, okay? Just continue to learn and grow from your mistakes. If it's something that you don't understand or something that you feel like you're failing at, just go back and read up on it, or go back and get more information on it. Go back and study on it so that you can enlighten your mind on what it is that you feel like you're not good at, because you're in a state of happiness now, and accepting, patience. When I see this card, patience, I'm looking at it intuitively as I'm looking at these cards, is that accepting who you are, being more patient with yourself, being more kind to yourself, okay? And you are your own best friend, okay? You are all you got, Aquarius, and you have to treat yourself like you want other people to treat you, okay? If you don't treat yourself with kindness, you're not going to get that same result from people, okay? So it's how you treat you. Be kind to yourself. Oh, wow. Where did that go? That went way over there, y'all. And Spirit guys, tell me more about Aquarius. So you got endings, okay? You got endings, all right? So it tells me that you have done a lot of work on yourself, Aquarius, okay? You're not the same person you used to be. You've definitely developed a lot. See, you let go of a lot of old things and you're bringing in the new things. But I feel like you still get in the whirlwind of your mistakes, of things that you don't understand. And when you don't understand things, you really beat yourself up because you feel like you're a failure, when in fact, you're not. In fact, you're going through a process of learning. You're going through a process of phasing of learning things, okay? And so you have done a lot of work. You have done a lot of work on yourself, okay? This is new beginnings. The death card is, endings, with endings, old things ending, okay? And you're in the present moment now of happiness, okay? Learning, knowing that you're on the right path of happiness. Now you have to learn how to be patient so that you can create the abundance that you want in your life. You understand? Tell me more, Spirit, for Aquarius. Yeah, you got the Six of Pentacles here. It's all about balancing your happiness. You're balancing, okay? I feel like that a lot of that is going on with you. At one point in time, I feel like you were in the energy of being treated less than, and people didn't value you, and people didn't know who, didn't care how they treated you. But now you're in a happy place of balancing your life, that you're not allowing anyone to overstep you, overstep your boundaries, treat you less than, breadcrumb you. You're in that whole new energy because, see, you're not the same person you used to be. And in the past where you used to be, you really, felt like a failure because you was not living up to people's expectations. And so you had to learn how to come out of that cycle. All right. And you had to learn to become a better person and stop trying to live for other people's expectations and start living for your own expectations. So that's where you had to heal from, because you went through a lot of cycles with that. So now that you're in your happy place, okay, now that you're on the road of happiness, okay, that means that you're balancing your life out. Okay. That means that you no longer are allowing anyone to treat you less than. That means that you have learned your value of who you are. Tell me more, Spirit, for Aquarius. Yes, you have a lot of passion, okay? A lot of passion, a lot of desire in you now. It's like you can be an inspiration to other people, but your willpower, your desire to become happy, to want more, and the way that you see yourself as creating your own reality. The more that you raise your vibration, the more that you raise your frequency, your energy, that's when you start to be aligned with your abundance that God has for you, okay? And look, you have elevated. You are an empress. Confirmation. You are an empress. You're nourishing. You have come a long way. You have really come a long way. But sometimes you can really get in your head. Sometimes you can really do a lot of overthinking. Really overthink about things. When you get in that state of mind of overthinking, when your head just become very cloudy, Spirit guides want you to meditate. How you meditate is listen to a very high vibrational, maybe some music, whatever meditation is for you, because you really, like I said, you have your highs and you have your highs, you have your lows. But you have elevated to an empress. You're still guarded, okay? You're very guarded, but you do a lot of overthinking. You do a lot of overthinking, okay? You're really in your head a lot. And I feel as though that you need to release a lot of worry. And I feel like this is coming from, even though you're a different person, you're not the same person you used to be, but also I feel like you really overthink. You really need to release the control of other people's expectations of you, okay? Worrying about who you're gonna fail, and become the best version of you and be your own person. That's what I really feel like you're in your head about, because you're looking for approval when you don't need approval from anyone. You just need to just believe in you. You need to love you. You need to care about you. You need to sit with you, okay? Spirit guides, tell me more for Aquarius. Because you got the 10 of Pentacles. You have so much abundance awaiting you. You have so much long term. You have so much success awaiting, stability, okay? Love, home. You have the 10 of Pentacles here. This is your happiness. And you're on the path of happiness. But you must not let your setbacks contaminate your happiness. And I feel like sometimes you can have some very heavy setbacks, and it can sometimes prolong, I want to say, Spirit guides is telling me, prolong your happiness, your fulfillment, your joy, your peace, your stability, everything that God has for you. Because like I said, when you have your highs, you high. When you have your lows, you lows. And you really overthink. You really be in your head a lot, Aquarius. And Spirit guides want you to work on that and want you to change failure into mistakes. Cross out the word failure. Because even though you're a total different person now, Spirit guides want you to cross out the word failure and just look at it as mistakes, something that we all have to learn from. Learn from your mistakes. It's not failure. You're not a failure. Never been a failure. It's mistakes that we all have made in our life, and we just have to learn from it. And sometimes we have to keep repeating those cycles that can sometimes make us feel like we're failures because we keep repeating it, and because we have not passed the test, it makes you feel like you have failed, that you have not accomplished anything. And that is the furthest from the truth. You have made mistakes in the past that God is only trying to get you to learn from. So they're not failures. You're not a failure. They were merely mistakes that it took some time. For some of you, it didn't take no time for you to learn from your mistakes. For some of you, it took you more than 2, 3, 4 times to get it. But does that make you a failure? Absolutely not. So distinguish the both. You take out failure and you put in, this is merely a mistake. It says, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn from. So get out your head. Stop really thinking that you are a failure, because you're not. You are a God gift. You are a very beautiful soul. You have a very beautiful energy. You radiate, and God, whoever your higher source, has so much for you. So much abundance for you in all areas of your life. Okay, it's there. You're on the right path. Keep going. Do not allow setbacks to prolong your future. Okay? Because you are deserving of happiness. You deserve for somebody to love you unconditionally. You deserve for somebody to treat you like you're supposed to be treated. And I need you to stop thinking because of something, because of whatever mistake you made, that you're a failure, and that is not true. Because what that does, that delays you from your abundance, that delays you from your happiness. Okay? That delays you because you're definitely letting it contaminate your path. Okay? So when you get down and out and very depressed, or you get all in your head and worry and overthink and worry, don't look at yourself, I failed, or I'm sorry, I'm this, I'm that. Spirit guide say, no. You're going about it the wrong way. That's why some of you stay in such a deep, dark place when you do go into that depression, because you're really not seeing the right definition of not accomplishing something that you want to accomplish. So whatever it is you accomplish and you haven't, and you have to learn cycles, it's not a failure. It was just mistakes you had to learn from. It's learning mistakes. So Spirit guide said, I need you to trust the process. I need you to be patient. I need you to be patient with yourself. Be more kinder. Be more caring towards yourself. Stop bullying yourself. Stop bullying and hurting yourself. You understand? Because you're telling yourself, you're telling God, no, God, I don't want that right now because I don't deserve to be happy. No, God, I don't want that blessing you got for me because I ain't happy. I want to stay depressed. I want to stay because I'm a failure. God, I don't deserve what you're giving me because I'm a failure. That's what you're telling God or whoever your higher source. So you're delaying your happiness because of the things that you think. Because of what you're thinking, the thoughts that you're thinking, you're delaying your happiness. And you got to say, you know what, God? Yes, I did make a mistake. Yes, I had to learn a lot of lessons, but I get it. But they were mistakes. They were merely mistakes because I didn't know what I knew at the time, but I know what I know now. You know? Yeah. Lovers, you got to learn to love yourself in order for someone to love you. Okay? New love. Welcome this new love in. Welcome new love in. Allow it. You deserve it. You deserve it. God is trying to reach it to you. Whoever your higher source is trying to reach you, this person to you. But because you're in this energy of overthinking, thinking you're a failure, of thinking that the mistakes are thinking that you don't deserve happiness. And here it is. Happiness is here. Love is here. You're on the path of the 10 of Pentacles, but you have to allow yourself to feel like you're deserving of it. If you feel like you're not deserving of somebody treating you right, filling your cup, pouring into your cup the love, the love that you deserve, and you look good and you got a lot, you're grounded. But if you feel like you don't deserve, then your happiness, your abundance, your prosperity will be delayed. Because you have to be at a frequency, you have to be at a vibration that you are aligned with what God has for you. When you're operating from a frequency, high vibration frequency, that means that you're in alignment with what it is that you're calling in. But if you stay low vibration, that's exactly the energy you're going to get. Remember, everyone, there are lessons, blessings, and confirmations in all my readings. I love you guys. But you got the high priestess. The high priestess, you're very, very intuitive. Very intuitive. And you you feel energy. You're very knowledgeable. Okay, your spirituality, but you have to learn how to shift that negative energy, that overthinking, thinking that you're a failure because something you did not accomplish, because somebody maybe at a job, somebody could have said, oh, you didn't do that right, or you didn't do that right, and you go home and you beat yourself up because they told you, you don't do it that way, you should have done it this way. Or if a lover say this or that, you feel like you're a failure when you're not. Just take that as a lesson to be learned. That means that some of you have to learn how to accept constructive criticism without thinking that you are a failure. You have to learn how to accept constructive criticism. If someone says that this ain't right or that ain't right, don't look at it as that you're a failure, or don't look at it that they're picking on you. Look at it as that is a lesson to be learned from you. And if you made a mistake, if you mess around and did something wrong, if you mess around and didn't show yourself approved, just go back the next time and fix it. Just learn from it. Don't feel as though that you're a failure because something does not work out. That's not how it works. I don't see anyone being a failure. I see as everything, every opportunity, everything that we go through in life is mistakes and opportunities that we all have to learn from. So Spirit God says, stop beating up yourself. Stop being bullied to yourself, because we are in this earth, on this earth called life, that we're going to go through a lot of lessons and we're going to go through a lot of mistakes. That's why they're here, and that's why they call mistakes. They're not failures. You ain't failed at nothing. You just merely made mistakes that you have to get it right. You have to keep on until you pass the test. That's all. Okay? And when you pass the test, that means each level that you did not pass the test, each level you're still learning. So when you get to the test and you finally pass the test, you learn the lesson and that chapter is closed. So what Spirit Guides is saying, be patient with yourself, but in order to get what you're creating, you have to learn how to accept constructive criticism. That means that understanding that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn from. Whether it's relationships, whether it's a job, whether it's, whatever it is that you're learning, don't take it so personal when you have to keep going through repeated cycles, because it's just trying to get you to another level. It's just like playing a game. It's just like playing PS5. It's just like you have to graduate from each level. That's life lessons. But does that mean that you're a failure? To me, a failure is someone that doesn't try. You failed because you didn't try. But as long as you put one foot in front of the other, you will always succeed. I am Positive Thoughts and Energy Aquarius. I love you guys. Until next time.